Hello there everyone and welcome back to more Total War Warhammer. We have sorely crushed a portion of the Tomb King's army. I forget what the faction is actually called, but the Court of Labaras, I suppose. And we are in a good position to maybe do a counterattack and at the very least take this one little kingdom from them before they hopefully get to replenish themselves. At least too much. But I am really worried about this lizardman army that might be coming my way. There's a lot of lizards, and I don't have really good armor-piercing potential to deal with them appropriately. Never mind the fact that Stegodon is getting really leveled up really fast. I don't know how much it gets boosted by said experience. It doesn't really want to. It's not giving me the specifics, but I know all these stats that we're seeing with the green bar are probably getting increased by the level primarily. Ultimately, that just means I'm probably going to have to fall back if they pursue me. Thankfully, even though I haven't been using it the best, the use underway could allow me to kind of jump across this chasm and at first getting engaged, here's hoping. I'm just a little bit concerned about how big an army is that I might encounter here in Lamia, since they had 2 or 3 turns, and I'm pretty certain my secondary lord's not going to be able to do anything about it. So to capture Doomglade, that's to be expected. And they're likely going to come after me next turn. Chances are I'm going to have to fall back. Let them fight each other. And then when Queek has the health, maybe then I can take on the Lizardmen. Gonna be a little tricky. I would have liked to have taken this kingdom, but it's not looking promising. Let's fall back, recoup, and get a nice status update on what might be happening. So there is possibility to take Lamia. Okay, I take that back. They had the chance to recover. It is only a level 1 lord, though. And I sadly cannot pillage. How much movement does that require? Half my movement, dang it. So much for that. I want to scout and see what I had to encounter. And if the lizardmen continue to come up this way, I'm going to try and wound them. But for now, let's chance assassinating or at least injuring this one guy a bit. Critical success. I'm doing well on the critical success, I will say that. And it allows a nice opportunity to increase my assault damage potential. I will happily take it. And otherwise, I think the plan is very simple. Just get Queek back in fighting order before we advance forward. And how much money do I need for the warp shard? Basically another 10 days, and I want a raid, of course, so I can get this food growth built up. Ideally. That will be built in a turn, and then I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do. I can't remember what I had in mind for the second settlement. Probably was just more alarm tunnels to increase corruption and... Oh, I don't think I could double up on that. It's what I'm thinking here. Okay, maybe I can. I thought that was for like the entire province. Either way, I am not against having additional garrison there to slow down any dwarves, especially if it gives me corruption as a bonus. In all honesty though, do I want a warlock engineer? Is that the same hero as what I can get here though? A warlock engineer. It seems like the same thing. A unique one. It's a unique version, so they could commit suicide. I don't know if I want them now though, but extra scouts is probably useful. I'll hang on to it. I probably am going to need it for breaking through or breaking into, Nebia. That's Lamia, rather. And they are coming after me, and I'll have to retreat. So retreat. Oh, the queen is also back. Now run to safety. And hopefully... Okay, they just go to march stance, dang it. I'm not going to be able to replenish very well. And Creek's going to be a bit surrounded, but again, I have the underway to kind of leapfrog back and forth. If not, it's possible maybe I could just take him out. If I'm so lucky. What is this? Hero recruited? Oh, I get a Warlock Engineer already. Wow. Or is that a quest? From an adjoining chamber directly into your presence, it works. This intrepid hero is now available for service. Well, it's a good thing I didn't do that scheme, as I already got myself an engineer, and I'm... Let's have a look at you. As I was a little concerned that maybe you didn't have spells, but apparently you're just a hero version of my ruined grace here that I had. So I'm okay with this. And you already got a level up in, do you? It looks like you already got a level up in, which seems kind of odd. What can we do with you? You can boost my income, if only barely. Discover undercities. Increase mobility. Okay, so you can't actually slow down. Oh, you can block armies. Alright. Increasing mobility could be really useful, though. Only problem is I don't think I need 2 wizards in my army. It's the only catch. They got 2 chariots, birds. They got quite fearsome army, but I still need to replenish. Actually, let me at least take advantage of my 50 movement at least. Especially now that I figured out why I've been getting that attrition damage before. Now you level up. I don't want to spread corruption with you because I don't know where exactly I'm going to go with Queek. Summon unit clan rats. More clan rats sounds like fun. It does burn my mana though. We've seen the value of being able to summon more clan rats. That reduces speed and vigor. It's a constant map-wide effect. Interesting. Sadly, I don't have very much range weaponry, but that could be useful. I'm just trying to think. What I realistically need is something that would make it more effective against the lizardmen, which might be Wither, if I had to guess. Instantly affects targets in area. So it gives them poison attack, I suppose. I don't plan on engaging the lizardmen yet, so let's have some kind of a free spell that just makes my units a little more effective, or at least weakens them, I think. Oh, I have to cast a spell. So it's not always on, but it is like a passive bonus I get. Now, the real question is, how do I go about this? I can retreat. You can hinder movement if only slightly. And this will definitely be a tough battle for me to fight. And I can actually get an additional capital here, which I'm okay with, but what would be my... what would I actually build from the settlement once that's done is the honest question. Oh yeah, do I have access to plague monks? Yeah. They are my damage dealers. I need to try and squeeze a few of them into my army, which... sadly, I did not have access to them for my lord, or at least I didn't see them. And I seriously do want to grab a couple of these. They aren't going to help with my lizardman problem is this thing. You, on the other hand, could be the rat ogres. So that's what I build up for, have at least a cavalry type unit. But with that said, where do I get the doom wheels? It's going to take a while to get said doom wheel. It's probably not worth getting them just yet. Not right for this upgrade, at least. And how much is that going to cost me? 3,000.
trophies, yes.
What am I gambling on a little bit? That you just retreat to safety, basically, if they go after you. And this, I don't know how optimistic I should feel about this upcoming fight, as after all, Queek is very crippled right now. And the lizardmen kind of ran off to do their own thing, which I'm okay with. It just means I'm not going to get backstabbed. If they're feeling bold, maybe I can go after them next turn. As right now it's more skeletons. It's really the cherries that could be scary, although my warp lightning swords could be great against them. And if I'm so lucky, my engineer could maybe join in on the fun. I don't think he'll get close enough, but it would be a fun idea. Carrions can be problematic, but I have clan rats and my slingers to help with that. You are an elite unit, which are good. Yeah, and you're also armored. You're going to be scary. As well as the cavalry here, but they are also large. I have spears to vaguely at least be a response against them. But I need to regenerate a good amount of health. It's the only thing. Yeah, and I have charge defense against large as well. And just stay there and keep an eye on things. Alright, here they come. I expected this, and as a result, we're going to run away. Maybe force them into a march, maybe. I would have liked to have to ran a little bit more. Now they're turning scared. Which I am okay with. But this stalemate is still going on. Now, I think the main thing I should look for is what their strength is compared to mine. Khemri is really ridiculously strong. Good thing I don't really have plans to go west anytime soon. Yeah, there's army strength 73. Gonna be a bit problematic to break. I would like the assassin to engage her and start crippling her army. And they are getting chariots. A lot of chariots. With 3 level ups at that.
We go stalking.
Now I want to burn only half my movement because I don't know if they're going to come after me or not. I don't think they're going to engage me with both my armies though. Only problem with that, and never mind the fact I take friggin' attrition damage going into the desert.
Move your tails.
Actually, I could start raiding here in theory, couldn't I? I get food, which is better than nothing. You can make your way up there. We'll see what we can do with you later. But I don't think I'm going to have the magic, or the mana or magic to utilize 2 engineers in one battle, though. Or 2 spellcasters. And I think my 13th scheme is about to expire, but what do I need for this? I need the expansionist planning commitment. Alright. And that is what? I would need that if I want to get access to it. And we'll do that once I have a nice surplus of food. And what exactly does that do? Just increases my growth exponentially. For when I really want to tech up. Queek is slow to recover, alas, which is unfortunate. It means this might make for not a very exciting few turns, to say the least. And you are just negating the public order at the moment, which I'm fine with. Even though kind of just balanced out right now. We're at 54 corruption, which I think, yeah, that's the max that we can currently get. Sadly, that's not doing anything to the dwarves yet until I can continue to plummet their their unrest a bit. I need more plaguey goodness. Which we have possibility for it.
New, better rulers.
At least I want more corruption. Is there a way to power level up? Yeah, breeding stock. I don't think I want that though. Oh, pretty much everything increases corruption. Interesting. So what's really good at said corruption, I wonder? As I don't need another one of these. Since I already got one. So I guess we'll just go with what the original plan was. It's just get more tunnels for the larger garrison. And this increases income, so only by 40, but it's probably worth grabbing at some point. Here they come again. And interestingly, they're coming after our friend here, who doesn't have any uses of mess below.
Retreat, run!
I'm just going to retreat with you, I think. I could regret this, if they can continue to hunt you down.
Panic, flee! No, run!
And if I could disrupt their movement, that would be great. Unfortunately, I did spread them out, but better safe than sorry. And I don't get my warp engine seer. Kind of unfortunate they had to go. They were able to go after my second force. But oh well. I have the fortification bonus, leadership, melee defense, and I don't think I need to go all out on the mess below, but definitely has been very useful.
It's ready.
Let's deal with her. Deal with her properly. She is level 8. Same level as me, but she has full health. And she is good against infantry. What am I most afraid of? These big boys right here and probably the chariots.
Scurry away!
At least I quick save worst case for when the previous guard retreated, or my previous lord. I ideally would have liked both of them to join in. Which is why it really sucks that they gone after them. I figured Queek was kind of blocking a tiny bit, and they would have been forced to kind of go around, I thought. But I guess that's not true. This without a doubt is going to be a very tough battle. And since I only have a single spell, I don't even need to gamble. And good God, I have a lot of power reserve apparently, 110. I'm going to have a lot of mana for this fight. Sadly, it doesn't seem like it's greatly increasing my regeneration. Actually, can I quickly check? It doesn't want to tell me how much mana that wind cost. 8 mana, and it did have a cooldown reduction too. So I get 4 mana back in the time it takes for this to recharge, basically. I think I'm okay not trying to gamble it, although it probably would have been smarter. It's just statistically better for me to gamble it, if I'm serious. And I like deploying over here in this area, as that protects my flank from being attacked. And it trenches me a little bit, and I have very slight elevation. Maybe not much of one. But now is it's the part where I have to figure out how the hell I'm going to deploy my army. That's always the fun part, isn't it? Trying to figure out this crap in a way that's efficient. So I think what I'm going to do is just spread them wide as is. It helps if I... Let me unselect a few of these guys, as it doesn't seem like that's working. And that will save me having to expand their ranks. every single time for when I select them. So without doubt, the plan, hang back here. I kind of want to... Well, if I get too close to the edge, that means if I fall back, that's going to cause problems. So it's probably better for me to just move over to this side here with my clan rats. Otherwise, Storm Vermin, we know where you're going. I'm in control. I figured that would adjust their position, but I guess not. Now, clan rats, we have... No, these are clan rats. I want the Skaven slaves over here. And I'll slowly figure out how to position these things in a quick manner. Although... Yeah, just the way I normally am used to doing this, it's not really all that efficient. I have to hold down Alt every single time, don't I? It doesn't feel very effective, if I'm honest. And I do want spears covering all my areas. Ideally, if I'm really quick, I could have my troops over here for dealing with the flanks. I just need a lot of clan rats to go over there. How many clan rats do I send over there, though? Clan rats there, clan rats there, clan rats there. You guys are going to do what you always do, just hang back and support what's limited. I don't mind the gunner runners going here. At least being on the left side. You have been very good at dealing with the skeletons, so I think I want you to continue doing that. Although, it's going to be tricky to envision how to take advantage of the speed penalty I'm going to invoke on them. And I do want one of the spear rats on the right, just in case. It's going to be a bit of a clumped mess, but we'll somehow make this work. As I'm going to need to move a bunch of them over here, just in preparation. So what do we have here? We have Storm... Oh, I don't want Storm Vermin over there. I just want them to stay with Queek. So, let's see. 3 clan rats. We have spears there. 2 Skaven slaves. Where are my other Skaven slaves, with that said? Skaven slave and Skaven slave. It's a bit of a mess, but it's mainly because I need to move my troops over this way. Actually, if I'm going to do that properly, I might as well put them over here ahead of time, in all seriousness. Now, where is my spears? I had 1 spear squad. There they are. Alright, now let's get our groups together. And hope this works out. This is not going to be easy, but maybe I can prevent a good amount of their flanking on this side here. I want to select properly. This is going to be what I am going to dislike most, is trying to figure out how to match all these. As I don't... Nope, dang it. I should just individually control them. Because for crying out loud, I could pause, but... Considering I'm trying to do this without melee, or without having to pause, I'm trying to treat this as seriously as possible, ideally. Since the ultimate goal is to go to multiplayer at some point. Horsemen, I want to deal with the chariots. Alright, you go over there. Shoot the chariots. Get these guys over here in preparation for chariots, because I'm pretty much going to need them. And Queek, sadly, is going to be hanging back quite a bit. And I'm doing good damage to the chariots. It's just, I don't know what's the biggest threat, as there are a couple of big threats to go after.
Clan rats! It shall be done!
Back up, I want the spears at the ready.
Clan rat spears! For the vermin's hide!
As that's probably going to be best use here.
Skaven slaves! Stuck a crate on a car! Plague priest!
Sadly, I do not have spears for that, but... when can...
Move, move!
Maybe Queek can... Yeah, Queek could actually be useful against these elite units, let's be honest.
Retreat, retreat! At once!
Now I'm trying to figure out what to go after. I don't know what to go after. Come on, go after the queen. I'm trying to see her.
Die, die, die! Ashen slingers! Get to the name!
I'm trying to engage. I'm having a hard time doing that.
Warp lightning cannon! We move, move!
What's going on here, dang it? Oh, the bats. No, that's the chariots being annoying.
Bonnet rats will!
Alright, that explains that crap. Get these guys going, because I did not get the charge bonus in mine.
Plague priest! Retreat, retreat!
Now let's see, everyone start making your way to regroup back. It helps if I had them engaging properly, though.
Quick head taker! Yes, master!
Get back in your cannons, please.
Yes, yes! Quick, quick! Lose your head!
I don't know what happened to the Lord, though.
Move! Onward! Bring through bows!
Come on, give me a chance to murder these guys. Ideally.
At once, master!
Where are my spears? They're dealing with the chariots at the moment, but... I don't know where the hero is. She's almost dead, but...
What orders?
I need to group my guys back up. I'm gonna have you back up in a moment with more plague. Burn right through, although probably not the best use of that, let's be honest.
That's the stab! Take heads!
And keep firing on them.
Skaven slaves!
And I think if their morale's low, they have extra movement, so maybe I can use that to get away. I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
Fight, kill! Bring now! Squeak, squeak!
So get them to fall back. They're monstrous infantry, I don't like them.
Quick head taker!
Plow right through them. Yeah, that's something that's another trait I need to keep in mind. The fact that I can cripple them pretty well.
Challenge me!
Like that. Or at least get them to escape pretty well like that. When the morale's low.
Clan rats! Plague priest! Clan rats! Guide us onward!
And you are a census bearer. Let's keep that in mind.
Rat chase! Murder, kill, kill!
You're going to be good. And I don't know what kind of mana we're going to have left. But keep in mind, it's taken a while for me to regenerate. And I don't think that was a very good hit either, alas.
Kill, kill!
Get these guys grouping up. I need spears. They're breaking, but
Quick head taker.
hopefully we could... Queek's taking a lot of damage. He needs support, which is not going to be easy to do without clan rats.
For clan, for me. Scammer, go.
This is not going well. We are slowly starting to... We are getting some stuff going on. Okay, we wounded the Lord. That's pretty good. But dang it, they destroyed all my warp lightning throwers. Queek, get the hell out of there. And sadly, these guys can't do much, but if they recover, that might be good still.
Quick head taker. Haunted one to win.
Yeah, it's 12 seconds until they regenerate health. Let's keep that in mind.
Therefore, no.
That's a good hit there, but I think we're about at the end of our road because Queek just broke. I did not pay attention to the bats, and I have no warp fire throwers to continue, or warp lightnings to kind of shoot at them more. And Queek's interestingly going the wrong way.
Clan rats.
How do I deal with these guys, though?
Plague priest.
Oh, you actually have armor piercing, I didn't realize. I don't... You're not really anti-large. No, you're not anti-large. You have frenzy, so you're a pretty good melee combatant. With that said. And Queek is just fleeing, unfortunately.
Lightning cannon. Retreat, retreat.
And I did not bother to try and deal with these archers appropriately, did I? Even though
Plague priest.
might be too late now.
Now ready, now. Moving. I am right for.
Queek is rallying, which doesn't mean much. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, I don't think you can actually kill them with 100 health.
For clan.
And I still have 51 power reserve, but it's recharging incredibly slow.
Moving. Chasing.
Oh, and they spawned another ability of these guys too.
One.
That's something I forgot about.
Back on the ground.
Now, what I want to do is try that again. I think we stick with the same plan on just letting the Lord retreat. As that seems like it was close. I just did not account for the bats very much, it seemed like. Of course, that would be a good use for the clan rats there to kind of intercept them when they jump my range units. And the Skaven slaves were close to the warp fire throwers as well. What little tweaks could I do there? As I feel like that was incredibly close. Hell, technically, I maybe got the... I lost a lot of units too. I lost my storm vermin.
Get out of my way.
So, I think we try that again. It's worth giving it another try at least. I don't like the idea... well... I'm trying to think... I could have like an additional entire army coming in, but I don't know which angle they would even come for reinforcing. So I think what I want to do is just commit to what that original battle was. I don't know how helpful that was to actually deny them flanking me, though, with the rocks and the slope there. If it was actually useful.
Smell. Taste battle. Good, good.
I'm just curious where the reinforcements would come from if it even would show me. And keep in mind, I get no menace below, and it doesn't want to tell me where reinforcements are coming.
Cowards answer to Mimi.
So, just retreat then.
No, no, run.
Yeah, I'm just surprised the engineer's not joining the battle. That would have liked there quite a bit.
Who dares challenge me?
Oh, they have an ability to spawn a swarm too. Alright, so that's an ability from the Lord, essentially. Unlocks... Okay, summons the units... Alright, so that's what summons units, and it's a bit problematic.
Ready. Quick fight it all.
And the odds are even, if nothing else. I'm just very likely going to be replenishing a lot of my troops after this fight. I'm going to have to seriously back off and let those two duke it out for a bit. While I recoup. Although, what did I like there, what I didn't like? I think I could have done more with my Plague Priest because I keep negating the fact that he's actually a pretty decent melee fighter. Again, the Plague Monks, he is essentially a Plague Monk like those melee damage dealers I had access to. So he's a great accompanying lord with Queek. So I should have him together with that said.
I am right paw.
Otherwise... How high? I want you guys hanging back and having the best elevation, good god. Without a doubt, I think you go here. Just because it gives you that slight extra bit of elevation. Now let's try this again. Let's spread them out wide. So that way I don't hopefully have to do this a second time, ideally. Because as you can see, that's a pretty long formation of troops. Now, let's see. I want the same as before. You guys take the original hit from the storm vermin, and I didn't really use my storm vermin the best either. In all honesty, yeah, just holding control did nothing there. I literally have to hold Alt if I want anything to happen with this kind of control or movement. All right. So only one spear on the right. And I want 3 clan rats over there too. And I need to be better about managing my units as well, I guess. But Skaven Slave's there. And where's my other Skaven Slave? Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing which ones are highlighted. So I probably should just do it like this. It'd be a little bit easier. And I'll have Miss below for the bats. If that's the right choice. It probably is. And let's have these guys spread out. Because that did cause a bit of problems when the bats did engage them. And that just leaves spears, which I'm going to have ready for cavalry. And I like to think that worked pretty well. And more clan rats at the ready. And I also do need to try and do some good flanking as well for like morale bonus to add a little bit extra damage. Or at least a morale penalty on them rather. As that weakens them quite notably. I am excited to try and refine this without a doubt. I did have a bit of mana problems. So maybe I do gamble. I don't think I was attacking the proper targets though. It's the only caveat, and I think I may have overcast at least once too. I think we stick with that though. And try to withhold using the Winds of Magic until I can hit 2 squads of skeletons, ideally. Because again, how this, I believe, is supposed to work, the more reserve I have, the faster recharges. But if I start casting spells, that reserve does drain down, and it limits or restricts how quickly I regenerate that mana. So there is benefit to holding off on that as long as I can. Now,
What orders?
you did good damage against the chariots, and I want to continue shooting said chariots.
Countess command.
And I have spears at the ready, but again, there's a lot of chariots to deal with.
Escape and slaves. Great Anaka.
And again, that's another a very subtle thing I need to try and take advantage of. Where is it? Strength in numbers, I think that's in fact when the morale is high. Yeah, leadership is high. Or hit points is less. Or it's disabled. Oh, where's the scurry? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's disabled. Yeah, it's this. This activates when their morale is low, which makes it great for them for running away, ideally. I gotta be mindful. I know their queen has an explosion aura.
Clan rat spears. Clan rats. It shall be done. Our tale is yours. It shall be done.
That chariot got wrecked nicely. What's my next target?
Kill.
I am taking arrow hits, but that's also from the Skaven slaves.
Clan rat spears. Quick head taker. Move.
So chariots again got pummeled nicely. I'm happy with that.
Clan rats. At once. Words. Complete attack.
And hopefully they go after my spears.
Guide us onward.
Oh, and I did not summon units, which is a bit of a neglectful thing.
Quick head taker.
I really want a good shot here. There we go, that's more like it.
Go get ready. Storm vermin. Our tail's yours.
So you bodyguard Queek there a little bit.
Attack! Charge! Rocky to death! Sling them!
And spears hopefully can go after that.
Machine slingers! Stab!
And go after the carrion, ideally. If you can.
This is yes! Clan rats! Warp cannon lighting!
Now shoot shoot those cursed things, ideally.
Quick! Quick, Anaka!
Deal with the archers as much as you can. And watch this beautiful shot on. Oh, it's too far away. I thought it was closer. Okay, he's almost in range now. Kill the Lord, ideally.
Attack! Fight!
Now, Queek, you did your job. Get the hell out of there.
Rush! Rush!
Although I did not use their abilities the best, is a catch.
Clan rat spears!
I will be honest there. They're breaking, they're surrounded.
We obey!
Go after the monstrous creatures here.
Clan rat spears!
You hopefully can go after the stalkers, the spearmen. A bit of an odd use, but I'll go with it. And while the clan rats are busy there, can I poison the lot here? There! I think I hit like 3 squads with that attack. And I am happy with it.
Yes! Fight! Kill! Nash! Kill! Kill!
They're falling apart here. I need reinforcements. What are my storm vermin doing? Absolutely nothing, so you know what that means.
And step up! Eat them!
They are falling apart, if slowly.
Yes! Yes!
It's not the most glamorous fight over there, but it's going pretty well. Oh, look at this shot. A little bit of casualties, but That just feels so satisfying when things work out well. I do need to deal with these chariots, and look what they're in the proper crosshairs of. I just need to deal with them. A little bit of friendly casualties never hurts, though, right? Now, with that being a decisive victory, though, it is an honest question on what did I do wrong last time. What exactly was different there that got me that victory?
Sacrifice to the 13.
If I were so honest, there was a lot of little minor things. I let the warp fire throwers get harassed by the bats, and it definitely shows because look at the damage they did against the chariots and everything. 2,631 points worth of gold, which is what that tells us there, I believe. And I did not use my Plague Priest the best, because they did ridiculous damage as well. And they are also a pretty good melee fighter, which served as a really good bodyguard for Queek, who also carried, despite the fact he was at half health. Sure, I am reloading quite a lot, but I do honestly want to learn what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and this is definitely one of those situations. Considering how it was a very close defeat, and then it turned into what looked like a massive stomp.
Enslave. Quick master owner. Release slaves. Pull back.
Do I get food or not? Because I without doubt need to replenish. Crippling them was good, and their treasury is really weak. They can't afford to keep building more units. Which thankfully is a benefit to not having them on a ridiculously high difficulty where I have to do things perfectly and kind of cheese it a bit, arguably. Alright, and as a bonus, we defeated the Queen, and we get a nice little bonus there for ranged units. That's just strictly for Queek, though. Oh, we have a Wog. That's not fun. Oh, thankfully it's nowhere near me. And it's Osgod's the Slaughterer, too. That's pretty much explains why that's happening. Now, Queek got another level, without a doubt. Yeah, make examples. I don't think I want Graciers anymore. And if this increases loyalty, on top of causing fear, that could be good, because hell, Queek is doing work against the other leaders at the moment. And I believe that Queen was supposed to be an expert melee fighter. Not a duelist, though, which means they probably have more AoE damage for dealing with larger armies like my Skaven slaves. Whereas Queek probably is better at dealing with elite infantry that are smaller in number and more durable. And I want to continue my replenishment, damn it, because that is so important. If I'm basically running on fumes at this point.
No fuzz, hate heat.
Now it's just a question. Do I honestly back up into my territory to increase replenishment?
Run for Moors.
Either way, I'm just regenerating regardless. I don't have much of a choice. And you can just go and get the pillaging. I get no income here, so feel free to sprint.
Strike forth.
Actually, before I do that, let's get the engineer to kind of scout for us. You should be perfectly fine, as we literally just killed the Queen off. They should not really have an army. And even if they rebought her, she's not coming back until next turn, probably. So, Queek, you deserve a well-earned break there. Good God. Now, considering that there's no more economic power left with our Tomb Guard Queen there, I should make serious preparation to deal with the Lizardmen. Which, of course, these two spells look like they could work pretty well. Yeah, 50-second duration. This is an area effect, and that's going to be pretty important for the armor on them. I did not pay attention to how effective the Plague Rash was, if I were so honest. But we're going to get Wither, and what does this upgrade do? It just reduces... Yeah, reduces the mischance in the blue text. Reduces the cooldown. Yeah, 50% reduction on the cooldown. Reduces the cost. There's a lot of reasons to get the Pestilent Breath. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm really happy with how my Plague Rat's been going so far, and we're gonna keep him that way. Oh, they have two guards. Is there a queen over here too?
My servant fails me.
Alright, so they have two lords over there, I guess.
My faith in you wanes.
I'm not so much gonna really want to attack them just yet. But let's try and injure you. It's that 1% that always scares me though. He was just wounded, so he'll be back. Concealment Bomb, sneaky, there's a lot of things I could get. And now I am really tempted to get replenished troops. As I don't think I want this assassin to be kind of a combat fighter yet. Not yet, at least. And what do I need? Rank 10, which I'll get next level. And what's Concealment Bomb? Alright, gives them Stalk and Unspottable, which I don't know what that does exactly. Oh, it says right down there. If it can hide its current location, it will not be spotted until the enemy is very close, which of course is benefit if they're hitting because of Stalk. Alright, I'm just going to get replenished troops, as that's going to be so damn important for later. I like him to continue scouting though, with that said. Public order is going down again. Why exactly is that? As it was in the pause before, wasn't it? I don't know. Unless that was due to his 13th scheme? No. I figured maybe that was given a public order, but that's not the case. Research. Food generated, yes please. And I got the casualty replenishment rate, which is great. So that'll help offset my food a bit. And then otherwise, our dwarf friends have been pretty quiet, which I think I'm okay with. And I think the tomb guards are almost out of steam because of the treasury or reserves they burnt. Yes, easy food growth. I will happily take that, and we're about to raid for a bit more. Interestingly though, there was nothing from both our adversaries here. I saw nothing from our tomb guards or the last defenders, which are now looking really terrifying. At strength 55. I can hinder them, I can still do something about it though. And I'm stronger than the Court of Labaras. But most of the army is also over here. I need to properly get replenished though if I... Can I get there with 50 movement? 56 here. That's close enough for me. Let's get to raiding. That gives me money. That gives me food. And apparently, it only takes 25% of my movement, is so it tells me. Oh, it requires me to have 50% movement. Okay. Income from all buildings when raiding own region. I don't think I want to raid my own region though. So let's raid from them. As much as I would like to check on our... Well, actually I have an engineer to check these guys. And you can actually hinder them. Yeah, you can block the army. It's not likely to succeed, but that'll give me the breathing room I want. And you, go look at... See what our lizard friend's up to. Okay, they're still there, and they almost got a maxed out army of lizards. It's at least very generic, but that's still a lot of armor to get through and leadership. just for comparison's sake. These spears are 85 leadership and 43 defense. What do my clan rats have? I'm just looking at clan rats. 47 and 24 defense. I'm going to have a little bit of trouble with them, safe to say, without some kind of special weaponry. And I want Queek to come back and regenerate. It should increase a tiny bit. But we'll have to wait till next turn for that. I'm fine with you still there. You balanced out the public order. And yeah, you're getting experience for doing that too. So continue kind of stabilizing the region for me. And corruption is actually going down, if only a tiny bit. Growth is good. I don't think I care about the Night Runners all that much. Although extra movement speed is still useful. Let's see, armor for clan rat units. That sounds quite useful. As I just talked about the issue with them. And clan rats become expendable, which means they don't cause a melee penalty when they retreat. Although now, the more I research, the less of a realistic experience I should expect from the Skaven. Unless they're also benefiting from research and upgrades. Then it balances out a tiny bit. Actually, what's your loyalty at now? 7. Which is very respectable. I really do need armor-piercing weaponry for those lizards, though. Otherwise, I can't chance fighting them. So, am I able to move? Yeah, I'm able to continue moving, apparently. It just takes up 25% of my movement while I do this. I'm getting money out of it. And I would like to try and siege this. And I don't think you can just explode on the wall, can you? Expand under Empire. I wonder what exactly that does, if I'm so honest. As it's a lot of money for it too. I never did try doing that to any of the settlements, to be fair. So I'm not really privy what to expect. And if possible, I would like to wound these armies a bit. Assault them. Gotta be careful though. You're level 8. So they brought back their chariot mounted lord, apparently. And I'm just curious, how much does... 64. I don't have to worry so much about the lizardmen for now. I can rest easy there. I just don't want to risk the wounded effect. I like to try and cripple them. Ooh, causes fear when fighting against tomb guards. Cool. I don't know how relevant that will be once we take their capital. But I like the idea of constantly assaulting the troops and crippling them. Even though they are pretty generic units, I won't lie. It might keep them from trying to come after me. You continue staying there. I wish there was... Oh. Nah, I was hoping there was a way to just ignore any notifications for them for a time being.
You're in my optics.
And I don't know what to do with you besides just wait for him to make a move. The odds are not very good. Yeah, they have something that's just greatly reducing the chance of slowing him down. As a result, I should not expect to be able to retreat. I would have to run over here, and there's so much mountainous area I can't really just tunnel through. I'll have to be very careful.
Warlock engineer.
Quick,
More trophies, yes, yes.
you get into my territory.
Quick,
There.
moves.
This is what I'm talking about. Thank you, this is just what I needed. A nice warm hot bath after all those victories. Now, I do want to recruit new units. This is a good opportunity for it. What do I replace it? Good God, I get quick ranks on the Skaven slaves. Let's see, Night Runners. Where are my Plague Monks? There you are. They are my main damage dealer. As a result, I think I'm getting rid of some clan rats. Or, actually, if the clan rats become expendable, would the Skaven slaves even be worth having? It'll still be a couple of turns, though, to be honest. As I think the Skaven slaves are what goes.
8 beats is mine, mine.
And then, as a result, we'll get 2 Plague Monk squads.
Now, now.
This is gonna hit my upkeep hard. But it's quite... Yeah, they are not armor breaking, armor piercing. That's the important thing to note. So getting 2 of these is probably a bit of a stretch, in all seriousness. Now with that said, I do want rat ogres because they do have armor piercing. Ooh, catapults too. I think I like the ogres more as they synergize with what my army could do. And what is this? Oh, discoverability chance of Skaven Undercities. And it has a buff effect there for the public order based on the corruption, which is interesting. I could use that. But I think I work towards the rat ogres, get some real muscle in. As it stands, the warp lightning throwers are the only thing that I have that are effective against armor at the moment.
Crack skull.
You continue raiding. I did burn a bit of money, but Lamia is vulnerable to a siege. Here they come now. They're at last going to cut me off, which can be scary. Recruit Lord failed, that's fine. Don't care about that. What I'm really interested in, can I slow this guy down? Not likely to succeed, but he's an optimistic fella. Let's see if he lives up to the hype. Interesting. That opens up opportunities for me. I would like to continue blocking army. I already got a spellcaster. And as a result, I might just keep you for support and utility.
Distance to cover.
Now their movement is half, which I'm kind of okay with. I would love to punish that army.
What? Horned one, come on.
I would love to also siege that city, but let's keep grabbing food. This is a perfect opportunity for food. And that's probably going to force him to run away, in all honesty. Now, what are our lizard friends doing? Oop, they're on the move. Our scaly friends are on the move. I need to watch you. Alright, are we going to get battle for next turn or not? Nope, they're going straight to Labaras. The backstab is real. and their movement is slowed, so these guys are isolated and surrounded right now. And even in the march stance... Oh no, they came out of march, that's what happened. Let's see, Dwarf Doom, I would love to give them their doom. They are going to be a tough shell to crack, as they are pretty much no different than dealing with the Lizardmen. And with their turtling up, their strength 35. Alright, so it looks like they're just a defensive faction too. They don't seem ambitious to attack me. But are they bold enough to deal with the plague that I'm throwing their way? Sadly, I need more plague. There's not enough corruption. Which in all honesty, I do need to send my plague priest over there to help some at some point.
Untrusted worm, poison after.
I like Wither. I could buff this even more. But I think I'm okay against the Tomb Kings. What does this do? Reduce the cooldown. And allows for overcharge effect, which just doubles the effect, it looks like. And this is a nice area effect that poisons people. I would like both these spells. It's going to be a bit costly to try and do that though. So let's supercharge one of them, as it will eventually reduce the cooldown and the magic cost for it, which would probably make it worth it. Sadly, I cannot go after you
Run, fools!
as much as I would like.
Fight!
In fact, I don't want to slow you, I just want to fight you right now. It's these guys that scare me. Can I succeed in wounding them? Yes, I do, and with you practically fully trained in assaulting units, that is good, very good.
Secrets.
So half health on like 3 different squads, and then a quarter on 2 others, that's really good. May not mean much for me, as I'm kind of avoiding them right now, but that's very good. Now onward to Lamia. I think I'm going to prepare my siege for this.
Harness the power.
I don't know what to do with you just yet, if I'm so honest. I could theoretically have you replace my Plague Priest for this upcoming battle.
Let's tails move. Move your tails.
And I don't really want to exhaust myself, as
Betray your king.
they likely will attack me even though I would win that battle. It'd be a great way to bait them, but I think I want them to fight each other. So that battle's won. Oh, and they attacked the city right immediately afterwards. That was interesting. Now, what are you going to do? Alright, they have a lord here. Hopefully I could keep them from replenishing. I don't want them to get an army if I can garrison the city. Ooh, one of the dwarf factions has been destroyed. That's pretty good. Loyalty low. Why do I even care about that? Well, let's see. What is your loyalty? Oh, it just went down by 1. And let's see. Is this the queen? The queen is back. What happened here? Wait, did they actually engage and then lose horribly, or are they... Or are they actually hitting right now? Are they actually hitting right now? That would be amusing.
You slow things and Make them slower.
I tried to hinder them and hurt them some, but
No
not meant
one's
to be.
weak.
Actually, that is a lot of troops. 3 elite units, skeleton archers.
Dead, stay dead, dead. Challenge me.
I don't think this is going to be easy for me. I could probably still succeed, though.
Unnatural dead man things.
But I want to at least encircle.
Fight me.
Wow.
Quick.
I don't have a chance in hell is what it's telling me. Is it even worth getting more food?
Time for things to die. Gouger is ready.
Because getting these towers is going to be a bit, to say the least. And I think I get 2 of them. This is going to be a bit of a learning experience, but I'm just going to hold the siege.
Me.
And I'm going to
Both things.
try and starve them out now that they have no reinforcing army.
Squeak.
And apparently they have no money, which is kind of nice. I'm getting food from them still, but
It all.
still kind of nice.
Warlock engineer.
And what's the chance to slow you? Just 25%. Oh, because they failed, that's why. Alright, that explains the high chance.
Rakatata. Clan etching. Assassinating.
Now, how terrified should...
Absolutely not.
If they come after me, maybe I should be okay, because we dealt with armies like this before.
Too many no-furs here.
I'm just surprised it says I have, like, no chance. Let's hope I don't regret it. And since they might be inclined to not backstab me, the lizards, even if I did do them dirty. Oh, that's why they have tomb guards too. I did not see that.
Battle fight, yes.
And I do get reinforcements with that said. This is going to be a fight. I'm going to quick save this
Next time.
and see if we can try our luck here. Good God. I don't know how I should feel about this. It says I have no chance, but since they are attacking me, I should be okay, and I do have the new plague monks to fight with. And a lot of their units can be, yeah, their elite units can be dealt with some. And I got a really good high ground vantage point. Wow. This changes the dynamic here a bit. Queek can attack the main lord down below, and everyone can engage that on the right. I almost want to say Queek just goes down there and kills their lord single-handedly. Sadly, I'm not going to really get much of a high ground vantage point, but this is unusual. And I'm going to have more troops coming in too. I am confident that Queek can deal with the queen by himself.
I am right paw.
Which means we're leaving it to her right-hand rat, or left claw rat, I suppose, the plague priest to deal with these intruders. And actually, let me actually just expand them appropriately and work from there. This, in theory, should work really well for me because they come in piecemeal with their army. Only thing I'm not sure is the range. Which works pretty well. I have a little bit of time to prepare for my target.
Clan rat spears.
Alright, Storm Vermin, you go here.
Storm vermin.
I want the Skaven Slaves, the two that I have left, over here. Kind of just taking the front. I went all out on the menace below. I'm not worried about that so much.
Orders. Clan rats. Now.
Plague Monks, what's the speed like? They are pretty mobile, so with enough awareness, they can fairly easily deal with any heavy... they don't want to go after any concentrate swarm of units. They want to go after any fragile unit swarms, so that way they'll break faster and ideally die. I think that's what I really want to do. Spears are here.
Clan rat spears.
Alright.
Slingers.
Range guys, you can place here. Where's my gunner runner?
Skaven, yes, yes. Skaven, yes, yes.
And hopefully that should work pretty well. I'm not entirely certain how well they will work going through each other's formation. And we'll have a couple of clan rats on the side here. Is that all of them? Yeah, these are the last two, and then we'll have more units to come in. A bit of an odd mess, but it doesn't look too terrible. Oh, I don't know where the queen is. I did not consider that she would not deploy over the side. She's probably over here with the rest of the army. Which is unfortunate. I don't get to engage her. But let me group up everyone for good measure. And if possible, get you guys grouped up in your own separate group. Let's have fun with the Plague Monk, shall we? Knowing my luck, the queen's over here somewhere. I am wondering where their elites are. They have a lot of tomb guards. I wonder if that will hurt their morale quite a bit if she goes down in a timely manner.
Slingers. What? Undying loyalty, master. Our tile's yours.
Where's my elites? There they are.
Attack.
Now, Queek, you have your fun. And just tie these guys up as much as you can. Really stupid, but it delays them. And yeah, they're just immediately losing morale because they're all by themselves. A little silly.
Spread pestilence. Clan rat spears. Fail swarm. Yes, yes.
Alright guys, get to doing your thing.
Clan rat spears. Rick-a-rack. What orders? Plague priest.
Oh. I don't know if I hit them properly or not.
Lightning cannon.
But where are their other elite units?
Clan rats.
That is good there. We got melee units.
Quick charge.
Now I'm curious, are they suffering a Lord's Dead penalty? It looks like they are.
Plague priest.
Now let's start doing some damage.
Council's command.
I gotta remember, I got Plague Monks. I should be using them. I really probably am not utilizing this to my best advantage. Alright, continue summoning reinforcements. Yeah, they're falling apart. Good. We're getting hit with the infamous frame rate. Which I guess is okay here. And obliterate them, debuff them, maybe a terrible idea. That was probably a terrible target to go after, honestly.
Yes, now! Revive attacker! Quick head taker! Yes,
Queek's taking damage here. Those guys are about to die.
at once!
Actually, go after the archers for me.
What? So, yes.
Weaken them, weaken their armor. Hopefully that helps a bit. And I gotta keep in mind I don't really have much health or armor anymore myself.
Tail sworn! Master kill! This way, fool! Screen ricato correct!
Alright, support the middle.
What?
And deal with these guys coming up on my warp fire throwers.
Quick head taker! A warp lightning cannon! Clan rats!
Alright, you guys get back in the fight.
Yes!
And I'm about to have the mana for this fight over here.
No!
Oh, they're currently frenzied. Make this count. There, that was a good hit.
Yes! Find seek!
Queek killed their lord, or is their lord already dead?
Capsules come on!
Yes, I like that. They are not getting dealt with quite yet, but
Now! Ready! Now!
they're still getting their shots in. Oh, the lord is still alive. I was wondering where he was. And the leadership penalty they're suffering is a big deal. Reinforce this flank. They kind of need it right now. We dealt with the middle squad. Perfect. And actually, I should try to avoid those that have shields, since from what I understand, the Tomb Guards have really good shields for dealing with ranged attacks. Now surround them, take hits from the archers.
Let's take heads.
Queek, finish them off. And I have one more spell left. It's looking like.
Run, chase. None flee. We run the plague monks. We
Now I need to control this group a little bit better to kind of flank, surround, and deal with the archers.
Ashen slingers. Horned one's wishes. Plague priest.
I like to just murder these guys off. Oh, you just retreated, didn't you?
Should we run? Flee?
Which I guess is fine. Your adversaries are about to break.
I am Clan Moors. Very
Although, we're not out of the woods yet.
Skaven slaves. Quick head taker. Clan rats.
Alright, give them something to worry about. I don't want to lose the sorcerer if I can help it.
Slingers. We move. Nasty things die. A warp lightning cannon. Now, yes.
Now, clean up the rabble. This is a victory, but how much more damage am I going to take is the question. As you're about to rally, and I'll have mana available. Come on, you're almost rallied.
Ashen slingers. For the Vermintide.
Nope, we're scaring off their units. Their archers are falling apart. Welcome back to the party. Sadly, I can't use you on anything useful, but it's a victory. They said if I had no chance in hell. Little did they know that I am Queek Headtaker, killer of isolated queens. Although I expected the AI to kind of place the queen a little bit safer, so that way I couldn't have done that kind of maneuver. A beautiful series of exchanges, though. It was very costly, but everyone's alive. I think that means we take the settlement now. Or we're able to. Yes, we did.
Find trinkets for Clan Moors.
And it's going to cost 20 food. I only have 55. So we'll keep it at rank 1, I guess. Now, let's see, what do we have here? Oh. The sickly fiends of Clan Pestilent have come to and are asking us to help in their great endeavor to spread disease right across the old world. They house sickness within them and ask us to do the same. I am going to refuse this. I would like to avoid taking too much more damage. And let's see. Kill 1,000 enemies. I will happily take that. Oh, that's due to the level up quest. Alright. Leadership against Tomb Kings. Faction completely destroyed. And we got a war banner. And we got an ability. Life is good. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you next time.